welcome to Revit family tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create electrical socket. So let's start a new Revit family. Under the families, I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to select an a metric electrical fixture wall base, because the socket I want to create is a wall base. So I'm going to make use of this particular template. So I'll just click open here. By default, Revit provides a wall on which you can create the socket. So I'll go right to the placement side elevation and just double click. Okay, so there's it. So let's import the images of the socket we want to create. So I'm going to go to insert, import image. I'm going to pick them one after the other. Image one. Okay, go to insert, import image. Insert, import image. So these images were gotten from the website. So I just searched on the web electrical socket dimensions, and I was able to get all this. So the first one is the TV socket, second is the data socket, and here we have the single socket and the double power socket. All right. So if you have a brand of socket you intend to make use of in your project, and possibly all you have to do is to create a Revit family for that particular brand, this tutorial is for you. So let's look at how to create this particular socket. We're going to make use of the extrusion form command for this. So I'll go to create. So in the past tutorial, we looked at how to make use of all these forms. If you don't know how to make use of them, I would advise you go and watch the previous tutorial under this series. I mentioned that irrespective of any Revit family you are going to create, you are definitely going to make use of one or two of these forms. So it's very important you know how to make use of them. Alright, so in order to make use of this image in our design, first of all we need to scale it down. Alright, so I'll go to create and then create a model line, and since I know one dimension of the socket I'm about to create, I'm going to draw a model line of one dimension. So I'm going to change dimension to 86 mm. Alright, 86. I'm good. Okay, so let's change the scale to 1:1. So I'll have to reduce the scale of this by dragging the edge, and I'm going to move it again close to where I have the line to check if we have attained the right scale. So we still need to scale it down a bit. So I'm going to scale it down and check again. So just a little bit. We are good. So we've been able to scale this to the right shape. So I'm going to move this particular image to where we have the wall. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to click on move here and click on here, this place, and move it to this particular side. Before I let go of my selection, I have to change to foreground. So this is okay. So all I need to do now is to trace out these particular lines. All right. So first of all, let's create an extrusion. I'll go to extrusion. I'll go to set. I'll pick a plane. All right. So now select the front side of this one. All right, and then I'll start my sketch. I'll pick the rectangular tool here, and I'll pick an edge rather, then I'll stop over here. Good. So if you notice the edge of this particular socket is not sharp, so I'll need to apply a fillet arc. So I'm going to click on fillet arc and set the radius to 4 mm. I'm going to pick the two lines that makes the edge. So I'm going to move this a little bit up to align to the edge of the, so our line is okay, very good. So let's look at this particular extrusion here. So if you notice, the entire extrusion is 8.8, but first it is done in two parts, so we're going to show it to 4.4. all right, so to this point here, so I'm going to change this part here from 50 to 4.4, and we are good. So I'm going to apply it. So you notice that there is a transition from this particular shape here. So we are going to be using the blend command to achieve that. Right. So I'm going to click OK here, and I'm going to apply the blend command. So I'm going to go to create, click on blend. So I'm going to set the plane to pick a plane. All right. This time I'm going to select the front side of those of the extrusion we just had. Right. So, and I'm going to start sketching. So start to sketch from this particular, I'm going to sketch this line out. Right. So apply the fillet tool with my radius set to 4. So I'll pick this and that. All right. This and that, and then I'll apply around. Good. So I'll go straight to edit the top. This time around, the top will be this particular edge here. So I'm going to use the rectangular tool and do similar. Okay, so let's move it a bit so that it's directly over the dark line there. Okay, so I'm going to apply the fillet tool. I'll make sure my radius is 4 mm. So I'll just pick this and pick this. Okay, so again I'll make reference to this thickness. So initially we had 4.4, this time it will be 4.4 as well, so half of it are 4.4. all right, and I'm going to hit apply. Okay, let's look at a reference level and see what we've created. So if we check, reduce, increase the scale to 1:1, you see what we've created. It's more like what we have there. So if you check the placement side, you see, you won't be able to see clearly because we used the picture to cover it. But meanwhile, let's create this particular cycle here. So we have one more extrusion. So let's go to create extrusion, and I'm going to draw a cycle. that side to this point here, and I'll draw another side to this point here. I'll click and sorry, we are supposed to pick a set a plane. Let's pick a plane for this. Let's pick the what is it called, the front side of this one while we continue. And then I think so the thickness I'm going to allow it to be 8.8. All right, and hit apply. Okay, so I'm still going to draw another cycle. So I go to create, go to extrusion. I go to cycle and draw this particular line here. So I'm going to check this. Oh no, we were supposed to. So let's click on this and edit the. Let's click on that particular. We're supposed to select. So let's move this away so that we'll see what we've created. I moved away from the wall. Let's move it to this part here. So this is what we've created so far. This is our. So meanwhile, let's edit this. Edit work plane. So I'm going to pick a plane and then pick the front of the wall here. And then I think that's okay for me. Let's go to the reference level and see what we've created so far. So this was the data socket. Alright. So I'm going to scale down, go to create, pick the model line, and draw a line of 86 mm. So I'll change the dimension to 86 mm. 86 mm. So I'm going to scale this down to, let's scale it down. Now let's delete this. Since we have to scale down a bit, so let's scale down. And the little, okay. If you sometimes if you have the dimension of distance, you can just go ahead and use dimension to create. But I'm just trying to make you see that it is also possible for you to make use of the image to create what you want to do. You could just maybe once you have the dimension of one size, you can use it to scale down your image and replicate what you want. So with that being said, I believe we'll be able to create this. So this is it. All right. So I'll move this image to um, I'm going to move this image to where we want to place the socket. Hold it here and move it to this place. But before I let go my selection, I have to select the foreground. All right. So I'm going to try this now. So I will go straight um, to trace out these lines. I'll go to create and I will go to extrusion. I'll pick the rectangular tool and draw a line of 86 by 86. I don't think we even need this, what is it called? The image so because we have the dimensions fully set. But whichever way, this is another way if you have a very, very complex shape which you think will be faster, make use of the trace. But it looks like the trace is becoming a waste of time, so I'm going to just move the image one side and put it faster. I'll just go here and change it here to um, 86, 86, and 86, 86 too. Right. So let me move it so that it covers exactly the black lines. Okay. So I'm going to apply the fillet tool here and set the radius to 4 mm. Perfect. Okay. So let's set the plane, the work plane to. I'm going to pick a plane. I'm going to select the front of this wall here. Right. Perfect. So now change the thickness. Here the entire thickness here is 10 mm, but we're going to, the first one will be 4.4. So I'm going to change it to 4.4 here. 4.4. And I'm going to apply that and hit OK. This time around, I'm going to use the blend command to produce the this particular transition from this bigger shape to the smaller shape. So this smaller shape is 60 by 60, I guess. So let's go to create and then pick the blend command. All right. So I'm going to set the plane, pick a plane to the front of this extrusion we've done. All right. So with the base already selected by default, so I'm going to create, make use of this particular um, shape here. So let's just pick the lines. Okay, so okay, that's perfect. Let's pick the lines and draw. That's good. That's good. So I'm going to use the fillet tool with my radius set at 4 mm to complete the edges. Right. So this is the bottom. I'm going to change to the top. I'll click on top here. Now use the rectangular tool to draw a square of 60 by 60. Okay, I think it's 55 by 60. Let's see. 55 by 60. So let's say 55 is okay. So I'm going to move this down a bit so it covers the black lines. And then same for this area here. Same for here. So I'll go back here with my fillet set to 4 mm. I'm going to apply the fillet arc command. So I am going to, wow, okay. So I'm going to change the thickness to 4 point. I'll leave it at 4.4. All right. So and I would hit OK. right? So let's look at the reference level and see what we've created. So this is what we've created so far. So let's go ahead and create that little mark at the front here. So I'm going to use the extrusion command to do that. So I'll go to extrusion, click, and I'm going to set the face to this particular front face here. Good. So with my line, so let's first of all pick the rectangular tool here, and then yes, and draw your line down here, down here, and here. So I'm going to pick this line and delete, and I'm going to draw this arrow here. No, I think it's best to first of all deal with the upper part. That is where we have this arrow. So I'm going to delete that and just complete this rectangle here. And I'll lift it up a bit, and then we're good. So I'll leave the thickness to be, so if we have 4.4, 4.4, so 10.1 minus 8.8 is I think is 1.9. So I'm going to change this to 1.9, right? So I'll hit OK here. Okay. So I'm going to draw this particular small triangle here. So I'll go to extrusion, and I'll set the plane to this particular face here, and then I'll draw this particular line here. And this is okay. So I'll leave it as 1.9, and that's okay. So let's move out the what is it called? The image as well created. This is what we've created so far. So this is our data socket, right? So I'll go to the reference, delete this, and import another image. Alright, so I'll go straight to create import, insert import image, um, save this. Alright, this is okay. Import image. So this is no longer needed. So the fact is that for you to be able to use an image for your tracing, the image has to be up to scale, or the aspect ratio of the image needs to be perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and use these images for our sketch. So I'm going to create a model line to scale down. I'll create a model line of 86 mm. I'll change this to 86 mm. So this is okay. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it to the front of the wall here and create. I'm going to change it from background to foreground. So I'll use the extrusion form tool. So once I click on the extrusion form tool, I have to set the work plane. So I'm going to pick on the work plane and I'll set the front of this wall here. So I'll use the rectangular tool to sketch this. I'm going to move this a bit so that it aligns with the line we have in the picture. Okay, I think this is okay. So let's draw this particular void also here. So let's draw this ones here to here, here to here, here to here. I use the cycle tool to create this. So I'll just leave out these two holes here, and this is okay for my socket. So I need to apply the fillet tool and set the radius to 4 mm. And I'll set the thickness of my extrusion to the 8.8 mm and hit apply. So let's take out this picture and see what I've created. So we've been able to create the single socket. Let's move this and change the from background to foreground. So I'm going to sketch this now. I'll use the rectangular to go to create and create go to extrusion and then set plane. I pick a plane. I pick the front of the wall here. I think we are good. So I'm going to use the fillet tool and set the radius to 4 mm. So let's sketch out all these shapes here. So I'm going to use the rectangular tool to sketch this one out. Apply fillet to the edges, 4 mm. So let's sketch out this as well. Use the rectangular tool. So I'll use the split command to split this. and delete this one. Let me delete. Use the flare to now I'm going to apply flare to the edges and set the radius to 4 mm. So I'm going to sketch out this particular four corner piece and use the rectangular tool to draw this. Mm, and this is okay. So let's this is the screw, so I will just leave it out now. And so let's just um, mirror this. Let me mirror that. I use the center of this line as a reference point, and this is okay. So I'm going to hit the check button here. It might return an error. I'll click on this. I just want to see what we've created so far. Okay, this is okay. So I'm going to create this particular instruction here. So I'll go ahead and draw um, click on create extrusion, and then let's draw these two buttons here. So this is okay for me. So I'll allow let me set the plane, pick the plane. I'm gonna pick the front of the wall here, and then I'll check okay. So let's put this as the background and so I've created so far. So this is go ahead and delete the images, we don't need them anymore. Go to the reference level and divide the screen into two. So I'm going to change the visibility for the quartz and medium level. But first, let's change this. So let's select all the sockets, go to edit, and uncheck medium and quartz. Okay. So I'm going to import a symbol for electrical sockets. So this is the symbol for a single socket. So click on this. Let's confirm where the single socket is. So here is it. We're going to sketch that particular symbol here. So I'm going to go to create, go to model line, and from here, click here. Let's constrain the line, go to align, click, so we have to, and then here tab key and select, correct. So we need to lock it there, and go to create, model line, let's draw a center line. So draw a circle, circle of radius 30 mm, 30, and let's trim it. And move the point, this point here, to snap to the point here. Let's look at the symbol again and see. Okay, here's how it is. One small stuff here. I want to move this line here to this point here. It's okay. And I want to move this point downwards. So this will serve as our symbol for the single socket. So I'm going to select it, hold the shape control button, and then click on tab until you select the line, and then go to the utility settings and uncheck fine. Alright, so it will be visible for quartz and medium level. So this is our symbol for the single socket. Go ahead and copy this, copy, and move it upward. So I'm going to create a symbol for the double socket. Let's go, this is symbol for double socket. So I'm going to so I'm going to move this, move from this point here, this point here. So I'm going to draw, I'll copy this, copy, from this point I'm going to copy to this point here, escape. So let's select this and try to move it to the center. Hit the tab key, like this line, and move it to the end here. No, to this end rather. And lock it. Move this line here to this edge of the socket here. Lock it. So this is our symbol for the double socket. So I'm going to select this. Hold on tab, select, control, control, control select, and go to the view. I'm going to check fine. Okay, this is great. So this is the TV socket, right? For TV socket, we're just going to include a small symbol on the top there. So I'm going to select this, select this and then copy, and I'll move it from here to here. And I'll draw a straight line, create a model line from this point here to this point and hit the lock button. Now I'm going to create a model text here and I'm going to name it TV. Okay, and I'll bring it here. So I'll change the size, go to edit, change the size to, let's say, 5, apply, and move it to this point here. So I'm going to click this and go to edit. So I'm going to check fine, and this is okay. So let's create a symbol for a data socket, which is the last one. So I'm going to create a symbol. So I'll go to create, I'll go to model lines, and I'll draw a straight line upwards here. Let's leave it at this point here and hit escape. So I'll go straight to annotate. I'll click on field region, and I'll draw a line, and I'll draw a line here, and then this is okay. Okay, so I want us to constrain this angle, so I'll go to align to. I'll click on this particular and hit the tab key. So let's complete the triangle. I'm going to lock it. Alright. So I'll go to create the model line. From this point, I'm going to put it there. Okay, so this is great. So let's constrain this line as well. I'm going to click on the lock button here. So the line is constrained already. So this will serve as our symbol for the data socket. Alright, so this is TV, this is single socket, and this is double socket. So our socket is ready. So if I go to a new project, let me exit from this. Let me start a new project, Control Save. Meanwhile, there's one more settings we're supposed to do. Let's set this up, and then under the visibility settings, let's go to display settings and set this up. Yes, let's edit it here. So we're going to check fine here and okay. So click on this line as well. Go to edit, uncheck fine and okay. Right. Then hold your tab key and want to select this line here. I'm going to go to edit and uncheck fine here. is okay, and our socket is ready. So this is the end of the tutorial for how to create electrical socket. If you like what I'm doing, please like and share. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss out in subsequent videos. Alright, see you in the next tutorial.